Deep within a secret SHIELD facility, scientists are experimenting with the Tesseract, a cube of immense cosmic energy. Suddenly, the Tesseract overloads, ripping open a portal to space. Loki, the Asgardian god of mischief, steps through, radiating menace. He immediately seizes control of Dr. Eric Selvig's mind with his scepter and unleashes an attack, effortlessly freezing Hawkeye, another SHIELD agent, under his mind control. Chaos erupts as agents open fire, but Loki is invulnerable. He telekinetically throws one of the SHIELD agents through a wall with ease, and then collapses the entire facility around himself and his new pawns. Director Nick Fury narrowly escapes the crumbling base, but Loki disappears with the Tesseract and the controlled agents.
With the world facing an unprecedented threat, Nick Fury activates the Avengers initiative. Agent Coulson travels to Calcutta to recruit Bruce Banner, a brilliant scientist who carries the secret of the Hulk. Bruce, living in self-imposed exile, resists, but Coulson insists, so he reluctantly agrees. Meanwhile, Agent Romanoff, Natasha, is interrogated by Russian thugs. She easily dispatches them, then receives her urgent mission: retrieve Bruce Banner. Her next target is the legendary Captain America, Steve Rogers, still struggling to adjust to the modern world after decades in suspended animation. Fury finds him working out, pushing himself to the limits of human endurance. Steve is skeptical of the team, especially after Fury tells him the mission involves the Tesseract, an artifact he knows from his past.
In the far reaches of space, Loki confronts the Chitauri, an alien army. He makes a deal with their leader, the Tesseract, in exchange for a full invasion of Earth, and Loki will rule as their king. Back on Earth, Tony Stark, the billionaire industrialist known as Iron Man, is flying through the air in his advanced suit, having just demolished his own company's plans for a new skyscraper because he thinks it's ugly. Coulson tries to brief him on the Avengers, but Tony, always the ego, brushes him off. Coulson insists, revealing the danger the Tesseract poses. Tony, intrigued by the sheer power, agrees to investigate. The newly assembled team gathers on a massive SHIELD Helicarrier, a flying aircraft carrier. The tension is immediate. Steve Rogers and Tony Stark clash over leadership styles. Bruce Banner keeps his distance, wary of his own power. Natasha Romanoff watches everyone, analyzing their weaknesses. Suddenly, sensors detect an energy signature in Germany. Loki has reappeared, demanding submission from an entire crowd of civilians. He projects an illusion of himself multiplying, mocking them. But Captain America arrives. Captain America confronts Loki directly. They clash, shield against scepter. Loki gains the upper hand, but then Iron Man bursts through the sky, blasting Loki with a repulsor ray. Loki is quickly subdued. As they transport him, a massive storm brews in the sky. Thor, god of thunder, Loki's brother, descends in a flash of lightning, grabs Loki and flies off, intending to take him back to Asgard. Iron Man immediately pursues, followed by Captain America, who leaps from the jet without hesitation. Iron Man intercepts Thor in a dense forest. They exchange blows, Mjolnir against repulsor blasts, tearing through trees and creating massive craters. Captain America arrives, throwing his shield to separate them, trying to calm the volatile gods. But the fight escalates. Thor hits Iron Man with a lightning bolt, powering up his suit. Suddenly, Iron Man responds by unleashing a devastating laser, pushing Thor through 100 trees. Captain America, frustrated, screams at them to stop. Eventually, they return to the Helicarrier with Loki as their prisoner. On the Helicarrier, Loki is confined in a high-tech cell. The team debates his motivations, but his manipulation is evident, planting seeds of doubt among them. Bruce Banner and Tony Stark begin working together, discovering a hidden agenda in SHIELD's files. Fury isn't just trying to stop Loki, he's weaponizing the Tesseract.
This revelation ignites a furious argument among the heroes. Captain America confronts Fury, accusing him of deceit. The tension boils over, escalating into shouting and accusations.
In the midst of the argument, Loki's plan springs into action. Hawkeye, still mind-controlled, attacks the Helicarrier's engine, unleashing a barrage of explosive arrows that cripple one of the massive turbines. The Helicarrier begins to fall from the sky. Bruce Banner is exposed to an explosion, transforming into the raging Hulk. He escapes his confinement and rampages through the ship, destroying everything in his path. Thor races to contain the Hulk, engaging in a destructive brawl through the Helicarrier's corridors. Natasha Romanoff, fighting for her life, confronts the mind-controlled Hawkeye. He taunts her, throwing punches and firing arrows. She uses her agility and martial arts expertise to evade and disarm him, eventually knocking him unconscious with a brutal kick to the head. The impact breaks Loki's control. Hawkeye awakens, confused but his mind his own again. Meanwhile, Iron Man races to restart the failing engine, flying directly into the spinning turbine blades to repair them manually, risking his life to stabilize the plummeting carrier.
Loki, having orchestrated the chaos, escapes his cell. He finds Agent Coulson, who bravely tries to stop him, pointing a massive alien energy weapon. Loki, without hesitation, stabs Coulson through the heart with his scepter. As Coulson dies, he tells Loki he will lose. Fury arrives moments later, devastated, and uses Coulson's death as the rallying cry for the fractured team. He uses Coulson's blood-stained Captain America trading cards to motivate them, reminding them what they are fighting for.
Loki activates the Tesseract on top of Stark Tower in New York City, opening a massive portal in the sky. The Chitauri Armada pours through, alien soldiers on flying chariots, giant Leviathan creatures ripping through skyscrapers. The invasion has begun. The Avengers assemble. Iron Man flies to intercept the Leviathans. Captain America rallies the police and directs civilians. Thor descends, channeling lightning, and Hawkeye provides precision arrow support from above.
The battle is pure, unadulterated chaos. Iron Man races through the sky, destroying Chitauri chariots and detonating Leviathans. Captain America uses his shield to block alien blasts and deflect attacks, coordinating ground forces. Thor smashes aliens with Mjolnir, calling down thunder and lightning. Hawkeye fires explosive arrows and precision shots, taking down targets no one else can reach. But the sheer numbers of the Chitauri are overwhelming. Natasha Romanoff and Captain America are surrounded in the streets, fighting wave after wave of aliens. Bruce Banner arrives, transforming into the Hulk. He immediately smashes a Chitauri chariot, then effortlessly punches a Leviathan out of the sky. The Hulk, unleashed, becomes a wrecking ball, tearing through the alien army with savage glee. The team coordinates. Iron Man lures a Leviathan toward the street, and the Hulk delivers the final, crushing blow. The World Security Council, panicking, decides to launch a nuclear missile at Manhattan to end the invasion.
Tony Stark intercepts the missile, making the agonizing decision to fly it directly through the portal into space towards the Chitauri fleet. He barely makes it, releasing the missile and detonating the entire armada. The portal closes, cutting off the invasion. Tony plummets back through the closing portal, his suit dead. The Hulk catches him just before impact. Loki is captured, battered and broken by the Hulk. The world is saved, but the Avengers have now fully formed, ready to answer the next call. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.